Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gordon on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
On first down, Tannehill. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 42. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now Tannehill to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got some space here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led by Teddy Bridgewater in his 8th season now in the NFL.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, now he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. To throw is Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And Henry gets the call there on first down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Tannehill now to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Tannehill. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Hayden-Hurst there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. On 2nd and a couple. Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns matching up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Winner go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run the end around here with Judy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On third down, Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And Gordon's got it. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 34 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, Peterson again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. To throw is Tannehill. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Tannehill on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Tannehill. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Tannehill's throw here on target to Hurst. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Hamler now to return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 83 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Shrugs him off. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Bobby Massey, the right tackle, called for the penalty there. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down 21-13, a minute 46 to go. They'll have to go 90-plus yards, and a field goal does them no good as they've got it with a first down. Tannehill, and caught by Henry. First down and much more for Henry as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. He's got Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Tannehill to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and 11. Bridgewater to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So 2 down, 1 to go, and this number 2 seed definitely looking to part, and now they sit 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, and I know originally they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed and the bye through to the divisional round. But you know what they're saying right now? Let's just keep rolling. We're in a great spot.
The Broncos going to continue on as we say so long, everybody, and thanks for watching. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.